7:07 right now. Up and Adam is putting on a tie for the 3rd annual Heartest Yard unGala last night at Stake 48.
Yeah, he got to talk with Natalie and Jonathan Stewart on the green carpet.
I can say this now. TV stars from Lately with Natalie and Jonathan Stewart. Natalie and Jonathan Stewart join us. Nice to see you both.
Nice to see you.
I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a minute because I produce their show. It's a whole thing, and I think it's somebody's birthday behind us because they're clapping like we're at TGI Fridays, but we're not. We're here at Stake 48 for a very important event. Natalie, tell us what's happening tonight.
So we are here for the Heartest Yards unGala. Greg and Carol Olsen they continue to do so much incredible work for this community, and obviously, as everyone knows, through what they went through with their son TJ, and just taking that and turning it into something that's helping other families and people going through what they go through or what they went through. And so it's, and as their friends, just watching what they've done is incredible, and being able to go, now our city is one of the top places where people can come for treatment, and that's, such an incredible accomplishment, and we're just so proud of them.
Obviously, Jonathan, before you were doing your TV hosting, you were playing this little game called football. I think most people know that. But more so than just as teammates, as parents, how important is this event and this charity to support?
It's very important. Us having two daughters, in our situation, we're blessed, and with the resources and the thought process of what would happen if we were in that situation. We have the ability to see about it, especially with everything that Greg and Kara's gone through. They basically are trailblazing what you're supposed to do in those types of situations. While me and Greg, while we played, I was able to, see firsthand him, leaving practice immediately to go see about real life situation. As a parent, that comes first. Your child comes first, and you do whatever it is that you can to make sure that they're in good hands. And for him to be able to, give his his life, his life mission, with the Heartest Yard, to giving parents and kids the opportunity, to see about their situation is
and receive
huge.
the best treatment. Yeah.
And but just going back and actually playing that out, while Greg was playing, that's a lot to take on. Just with his situation, let alone someone that's not in the best situation financially, to take care of your kid. So us having kids now, it hits home for sure.
What's the one thing that parents who are eating breakfast and watching Rising right now with their kids, what's the one thing that you want them to know about the Heartest Yard?
For me, it's the amount of people we've met who receive treatment at Levine, and it's not just children born with congenital heart defects. It's also children that are that have cancer and that have gone through chemo and that need to go for these routine checkups. We know baby Luke, a family that was helped through the Heartest Yard, and their son was able to, and even being able to tell them, you were in the best hands, because we know that because of the work that the Heartest Yard has done to put our hospital on the map for being one of the best places that you could take your child to get treatment is really just incredible. But for them to know, this is in our community, there you will meet people that are able to go and to have this facility right here in our backyard, and really just the sense of community and how everyone really rallied around TJ and kids knowing it was real for them. And so just to know, you see kids go through things, but having support and community and friends is really what helps you get through hard times. Yeah.
Thank you guys for everything that you do. Coming up in the next half hour right here on Rising, Greg Olsen will join us. For now, we're going to send it right back to the studio.
Thank you, Adam. Hey, all we do every time Natalie and Jonathan are on is talk about how good of a family they are.
Yeah.
Of course, the Olsens also involved in a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I really loved hearing Jonathan talk about, Greg Olsen being his teammate and seeing him leave and go to take care of his son. And I can only imagine the sacrifices they made as a family. So it's amazing to see them giving back to other families that are now in that situation.
Yes, and it's good to have that example of, okay, someone else did this and now I can kind of follow in their footsteps and take their advice as to what I should do. Yes, all right, well, great effort out there. Thank you, Adam, Natalie, and Jonathan. It is 7:12 right now. Coming up in Morning Brew, what is the hardest class you've ever